What are we doing today? We're unboxing a brand new watch. So instead of just telling you what watch I chose, I thought we'd do it a little differently and have some fun by going outside where I drop some hints. Literally drop some hints. Let's go. Alright, we're outside now. I think it's time to get a new watch. Let's take a look at some. How you doing?
Very well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So why did I decide to get a Timex? Because it's surprising to me as well. After all, it's not a watch that I've seen or even thought about for 20 or 25 years, since I last heard its legendary and effective marketing campaign.
TIMEX, it takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
As we advance up the horological ladder, Timex is not a watch we consider of certain significance, certainly not to watch snobs, but Timex isn't trying to be that watch. They're not trying to be anything more than what they are, which is a dependable and well-made watch made by an American company. And they've been doing something right since they've been around for 160 years. And I made this impulse purchase for $138 because this Todd Snyder for Timex was featured in a recent GQ issue. Todd Snyder is a fashion designer, but really, who is Todd Snyder? He's no Ralph Lauren or Giorgio Armani, but he is an up-and-coming, high-end fashion designer whose clothes can be found in stores like Nordstrom's. Todd Snyder and Timex have been collaborating since 2016, and the current collaboration is dubbed the Blackjack. The version previous to this was the Mod. The Blackjack here, or dubbed the Blackjack, is supposed to be reminiscent of the 60s and 70s of the Formula One racing days and the 70s Monaco casinos. And I really think there's a lot of nice touches on this watch, especially this light blue. I really like this light blue. It's supposed to be reminiscent of the Formula One steering wheel and a Monaco casino of the 70s. There are a lot of nice touches here done by Todd Snyder, which you would expect coming from the eye of a fashion designer. His name is located at the very bottom here, where it says Todd Snyder, and the colors really pop on this watch. This watch is 40 mil, and it really has a nice heft to it. It has a really nice heft. This is not some cheap light plastic watch. This is actually made of stainless steel, and even the strap. I'm not a big fan of NATO straps, and this is my first NATO strap, and this still doesn't do anything for me in terms of getting a NATO strap in the future. But this does work on this watch. This, if you look at the band here, this is basically what a seatbelt is. So the details that Todd Snyder came up with to match the Formula One themed dial is to make the strap made out of a seatbelt material. So I thought that was actually really cool. There are a lot of details on this. There's also another difference. Most of the Timexes are water resistant to 30 meters. The Todd Snyder is 50 meters. So you get an extra 20 meters for, I guess, for simply being a Todd Snyder watch. This Todd Snyder watch also comes with a really impressive presentation. Here is the outer box where it says Timex for Todd Snyder, and then the watch box itself, and it says Timex the Blackjack. This is actually a really nice padded, a nicely gray padded box here. This actually reminds me a lot of Nomos's box. Nomos's box look a lot like this. They're actually made of a cheap pine, actually. So this is actually a step up from a Nomos watch. So the presentation that comes with this watch is actually pretty impressive. I think this watch is a really fun watch. I think it's a great summer watch. And that's the reason I bought this, for the summer and for nostalgic times. Let me put this on real quickly. So I'm having a really fun time with this watch. In fact, it's so new that I haven't even taken off the little plastic piece that sets the time, or that releases the time on the quartz. You can see that little piece right there. I got to release that. But so far, just wearing this around the house, I'm having a nice time. There's certainly no regret. It just feels really good. Really of good times is what this watch reminds me of. So as long as it's bringing me back some really fond memories, I'm going to have a lot of fun wearing this Timex. At $138 for this Todd Snyder for Timex, it's not going to exactly break the bank. And there are a few things that bring us nostalgic good memories, and that's exactly what this Timex does for me. It brings back good times. This is also the best looking Timex that I ever had since I was a kid. Most of the Timexes that I recall were rather bland, and this watch, simply because of its light blue and white dial, is going to get some attention. While Timex is smart for collaborating with cutting edge designer Todd Snyder to stay relevant, they're not the only company that's been enjoying success. The Gap has been collaborating with luxury giant Lanvin as well. With these collaborations, it brings two types of customers. One, such as me, who wants this watch simply because it's nostalgic and it brings back good memories. And the other group is for the hipsters. And it never hurts to gain a new audience. Just how popular was Timex? In 1958, the legendary slogan, "It takes a licking and keeps on ticking," was born. I actually like really saying that now. And by the end of that decade, every third watch sold was a Timex. It's been over 20 years since I last heard "It takes a licking and keeps on ticking." But it seems so fresh, almost as if I just heard that just yesterday. And thanks to the Todd Snyder collaboration with Timex, I get to bring back that part of history into modern times with my new Todd Snyder for Timex. Timex has never let me down before, and I'm looking forward to the new generation of Timex serving me well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all the next time.
Is it any wonder that more people buy Timex than any other watch in the world? Timex, it takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
So who is Todd Snyder? Timex, it takes a licking and keeps on ticking.